Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. Yep, looks like the part 2 for the worldwide download celebration, sure enough, does start on the 10th. So a bunch of us were right on the date for that. So we have 3 characters here in the data download. We have a free-to-play EZA Videl. We have a new free-to-play TUR Kid Trunks. And then we have TEQ BROLY's EZA. We could just go ahead and take a look at kind of I guess kind of like some rough translations here. Obviously, we know about BROLY. BROLY seems like he's going to be very powerful, if anyone is curious. Whereas in BROLY, I think in specific situations can be effective. I really do think that this guy, TEQ BROLY, is going to be a menace. Just off of kind of like my initial like look at him and stuff like that, I think base BROLY potentially is going to be in danger. I think base BROLY could get crushed. This guy is going to struggle. Let's see, is his transformation still turn 4 from the start of battle? Yeah, they could have upgraded that, but I mean, it's that I would argue that's like an ideal transformation. Just turn 4 is really not a big deal. I do typically like characters that start out mega elite, though, really powerful. And BROLY is not going to be a case like that, right? Once he transforms, I think he'll be very effective. I saw a lot of people talking about how he's a character that's only like 1,000,000 defense with guard, which, I mean, that's true. If you're 1,000,000 defense with guard, you're not going in front of the big boss supers. Even like some of those boss normals from like Bulma and Goku and Frieza potentially could do damage to these characters, but you do have to understand the context, right? BROLY is a pretty free 1,000,000 defense with guard. You don't have to do special shit. Like, he doesn't have to get hit 50 times. He doesn't have to attack 50 times. Like, it's, well, I guess, I mean, you do want to proc your additional supers, right? Like, you have a 50% proc right there. We have a 70% proc right there, right? Like, those will matter towards getting him this extra 30% defense for sure. But it's going to be a pretty free and easy like guard with like 1,000,000-ish defense. A lot of the bosses, I talk about this every second, but a lot of the bosses right now are kind of like, I don't know if I directly want to say scripted, but they're basically scripted to always super in slot 1. If we look at a lot of these fights, Goku and Frieza literally always super in slot 1 before you attack. As in, I have never seen them not super attack immediately in slot 1. Right? Like, the Beast Gohan fight in Supreme Magnificent Battle, he also is scripted to always super in slot 1. He cannot super, though. Goku and Frieza, I'm not saying they can't not super in slot 1, but I've never seen it. Every single time I've ever done the fight, they've supered before you attack. So, like, BROLY is not gonna be in, like, we got the new Carnival BROLY, who is good enough to go in front of all these bosses. This guy, right? So you have this guy transformed in slot 1 in front of all these bosses. And, I mean, this TEQ BROLY will be able to clean up with his massive damage. I mean, he's probably going to be shooting out like a 50 into a 35 into a 35 into a 35. People are going to go crazy. This is going to be, like, people's favorite character, this guy. But his weakness is in base. In base, I think he could be killed. We'll see what it's going to look like. All right, I'm hearing good things. I literally just woke up. I'm hearing good things about this Trunks. Let's see. So, 2 key, 140% attack and defense. If there's a Hybrid Saiyan ally on the rotation, 140% attack. Guaranteed additional with a high chance to be a super. All Hybrid Saiyan category allies get 1 key, 25% attack and defense. Okay, it does make me think if the part 2 LR is, again, I was thinking it's going to be Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. We'll see. For the first 4 turns, for Trunks' turn, Gohan and Goten get an extra 1 key and 25% attack and defense. Okay. Yeah, again, it makes me think that that's going to be what the LR is going to be. When attacked, he gets 40% defense. Now that just keeps going, right? Then he has a high chance to dodge. If he's in slot 1, he gets extra 20% dodge. When he dodges, next attack will temporarily get a 140% attack buff and a 50% chance to crit. Every time you dodge an attack 5 or more times during the next turn, participate in attack, chances to dodge will increase by 20%. So I could get him to 90% dodge. He has an active. Okay. So, I mean, this is quite obvious. This is a taunt mechanic. 40% defense. Enemy guaranteed attack trunks. 4 key for all hybrid Saiyans. I mean, he is free to play with 7,000 defense. So, super attack, 50% defense for the turns, supreme damage, allies defense by 30% for 1 turn. I don't know, man. This doesn't seem, I mean, they gave him tools, but we're talking about a free-to-play character in slot 1 to have 70% dodge. I mean, we'll see. I'm not super crazy. Unless there's something I'm missing here. Okay. He gets the extra attack and additional supports hybrid Saiyans. Yeah, his extra support for Gohan and Goten is also only the first 4 turns. This I think is just every single time he's targeted, I think. So every dodge is going to increase his defense by 40%. If he gets hit, or if he gets, like, basically if he gets targeted, he gets 40% defense. I don't know. I mean, I don't, it's, I feel like you could have, like, a perfect RNG run, and this Trunks could be really good. Like, this Trunks has the capability to go crush Goku and Frieza, right? But, I mean, he could also just die at any point, right? Like, that's the thing with him. Like, you know, like, technically, like, yeah, like, you know, this guy can do probably better than Paragus, probably, but I don't, this is not a combo I'm dying for right here. That's not, yeah, I don't, we'll see. He is int. That's very good. So we could get him to 33 dodge, but... Alright, here's Videl. Videl's a free-to-play EZA. For every ally in the movie hero category on the team, she gets 1 key up to 3, 50% attack and even up to 150%, and then a 5% chance to dodge by 5% up to 15%. Okay. Videl gets 120% attack on super, high chance to dodge. When she dodges, she gets 120% defense for 5 turns. Pretty good. Every time you dodge, defense increases by 50% during that turn. And dodge goes up by 8% for that turn as well. She gives 1 key to all allies and 30% attack and defense. When attacking first, I mean, they gotta chill with asking free-to-play characters to go slot 1, dude. High chance of an additional... Wait, high chance of an additional attack and a special move will be activated. It's a 50% chance of a guaranteed additional super. Attack and defense of all allies increased by 20% for 2 turns. I'm not super high on them. Like, people would know me as the dodge guy, but I'm not the dodge guy. It's about building your characters smartly, right? Like in many of these situations, you build your characters full crit, it does nothing to winning for most characters. But like dodge is actually gonna give you a better chance to win. But like running like just like straight cold-blooded dodge or die characters like these two is not something I'm really championing, right? Like I'm not. I mean these two are okay in that you could have a good RNG run and they could get the job done, but they could also just get crushed, right? 50% evens run turn, supreme damage, great lower enemy defense. I mean, they both are supports, so there's value in running them. That's good. We have Proton's Thread here. Let's see what we got. Data download. We have the new Int Trunks. 3 dangerous people, strange journey through the village. I'm not sure what this is. What event this is. We'll see. We have the new stage for the EZA area. We have the... Oh, only one stage for the Devil Awakens event. Okay. 2 new stages for the story event. EZA for TEQ BROLY. Battlefield. Burst mode. This is for the Gohan and Goten. Okay. Trade Jewel wallpaper title screen. Okay. That's the item. All right, what do we got here? So we have Kid Trunks, sure. Oh, is this the Pan event? Move here. I think this is like the Pan event. I did see there were equips. Hold on. All right, here we go right here. So, if you guys, I mean, Global Players, you guys just had the 9th anniversary. The Pan event, you would grind up the currency, and then remember there was equips for the superhero characters. Looks like that's what we got here. As you guys can see, these are equips for Gohan and Goten. We have equips for TEQ BROLY here. This is good for players. 5 additional 3 crit. 3 additional 5 crit. 3 additional 3 crit. Like, these could be useful for TEQ BROLY. I do think an offensive build for TEQ BROLY is probably what you want to go with. He does not have crit built in, by the way. So, I think you give him a little dodge, like 3 dodge or something like that, you know, just to give yourself a chance. You never want to do 0 dodge. That's foolish. I saw so many people do that. You're just asking for trouble. You always want to give yourself a chance. You have to give yourself a chance. But, I mean, to maximize what this character wants to do, I do think an offensive build is what you want to go with. He will have a great defensive character who could go in slot 1 for him. We'll see how things are going to look, but I do think this is a character where crits on him, I think, is probably ideal. So there's that. A lot of equips for TEQ BROLY. Then we have STR BROLY here with a lot of equips also. Okay. Yep, all equips for STR BROLY. And then we have equips for Int BROLY as well. I mean, I would only really say, like, dodge, I guess, or raw defense for this guy. I don't know. Int BROLY, I do not think he's not nearly as effective as a character. See, I think that's what this is going to be. We're going to be able to grab that currency. Looks like it's this this crystal, and we'll be able to get equips from the Baba Shop. We have an EZA area stage. This is, of course, where we EZA Videl. There's her medals. Here's the second stage for the Devil Awakens. So it's against, the second Broly movie. Broly makes sense. Here's the 2 new stages for the story event. This, of course, is where we're going to be able to grind up the new Kid Trunks and his medals. Then we have the EZA for TEQ BROLY. Very good. Okay, perfect. The new Battlefield. Okay. This will come out in a couple of days. Sure. Burst mode. Gohan and Goten. Dokkan event is what that is right there. And then we have the trade jewel right there. Perfect. Here's the wallpaper. I think this probably looks a little bit better. This is the poster for the second movie, yeah. I think this probably looks a little bit better than the part 1 one. Not bad. We have a new title screen here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, Broly, that's sick right there. Okay. New maps for event not in the database yet. Proton did just clarify. Looks like a revamp of a story event into a Dragon Ball story, judging by its ID. Wait. Oh. Yeah, it's the BROLY story. It's hold on, I'll pull it up. Yeah, right here. It's this one. It's the BROLY story event. So this is going to be transformed into a Dragon Ball story. That makes sense. Okay, we have that. And I think that's pretty much it. So then, of course, we'll have copyrighted music. So it looks like part 3 is probably somewhere around the 20th. Okay, this does look pretty weak. I'm a little surprised. Now, hold on. Let me finish my thought before people go crazy. Typically, things like the Supreme Magnificent Battle stages are just in the data here for part 2. But looks like they're going to come with the data download we'll have in a couple of days for the part 2 LRs. Like most of the difficult content event and other stuff, looks like there's probably going to be a lot with the potentially, I think it's probably going to be a Gohan, Trunks, and Goten, and then probably just another Broly. People are talking about BROLY and stuff like that, but I mean, BROLY I think is part 3. I think it's just going to be another Broly. Probably it's just start of turn Legendary Super Saiyan Broly is my guess. We'll see though. Yeah, so this is a little quiet. I'm very curious to see. Remember that they are. I guess I got to pull up another thing. Hold on. We have this coming up. We have the stream coming up. So, we'll see. This stream is in, I think it's 48 plus 10. This is in 58 hours is when the stream is, right? 58? Yeah. Yeah, it should be 58 hours. We'll see. Because again, I can kind of be a little bit in waiting mode for, like, the celebration. Oftentimes people jump the gun, overly crying in part 1, and then things turn. I mean, a lot of global players, not all, but a sizable amount of global players did it for the 9th anniversary at the start of it too. But I mean, this is not enough. No way. But I do think, like, the Supreme Magnificent Battle stages and stuff like that will be in this data download is why. So we'll see. There's plenty of time to talk about how much of an idiot Amatsu is and how bad the game is, and they're so terrible and they're so dumb. Plenty of time to do that once we have all the info. So we will see. Let me know what you guys think of everything. Good news is that I'm telling y'all, this guy is going to become people's most favorite unit in the game. You guys are going to see. Like, when he's shooting up 50 million, 60 million, 70 million attack stats, people are going to be going crazy for this guy. I'm telling y'all. So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.